54% is the number of all employees who will require significant reskilling or upskilling by 2022. That's only 3 years from now. So look around the room. That is more than half the people here in the room within the next 3 years are going to need significant reskilling and upskilling. So what does that mean for you and your career? How do you future-proof your career? And whose responsibility is it to future-proof your career? There is no right or wrong, it comes down to a personal choice and what's going to be right for you. And if you haven't thought this way before, mull that over because it can make a huge difference for you.
So we're here today at the Gergerburn Conference Centre. I'm excited to be here because the conference is The Future is Now, and it's been organised by Women in Banking and Finance and RBS Women. And it's just been the most wonderful day with a huge range of really interesting speakers, all talking about how we can manage change, but more than manage change, how we can embrace change and work with this future is now times where there's so much change to the workplace, and how do we future-proof our careers in order to thrive in this fast-paced changing world.
In the room today, are you here because you're primarily interested for the resilience and adaptability for yourself and how you support your colleagues and team around you? If you just put your hand up. I've been talking today about your mindset for change and how that you can be more adaptable and resilient. And this is one of the key skills that's been identified by the World Economic Forum as being vitally important to future-proof your career so that you can work with AI, with machines, with tech, and not actually compete with it. Because although people talk about this being the age of tech, but it's also the age of human. There will always be a place for people, and people will always have a role to play. And the most vital part that we play is adding value and doing the things that machines can't. And that is all about your human skills, the interpersonal skills, your leadership and teamwork. And building your mindset so that you can be adaptable and resilient helps underpin you to have great human skills across the whole range of skills that have been identified. Confidence doesn't happen because you never have self-doubt. Confidence happens because you accept there will always be moments when you have doubts, and to give yourself some really credible evidence so that you can remind yourself, then so you can know deep inside, yes, I can do this, I am good enough, and build your sense of self-worth.
So when I was designing the talk today, I wanted people to be engaged and very importantly, to actually think about how do they bring this, make it work for them. So bring their own challenges around change into the equation so they could work on it as we talk about these tools and go away having something they can actively do and make a commitment to it.
I'm Niamh Sims, the Chair of Edinburgh Women in Banking and Finance, and I've been running a conference today about the future of work and how we can adapt for it. Sue did an amazing job for us today at the RBS Women and Women in Banking and Finance conference. The workshop that you ran was so inspiring and gave really practical tips. I think that's the important thing. Sometimes you go to these events and it's just PowerPoint after PowerPoint. You think, yes, I was listening, but actually I've got nothing tangible to take away. Whereas the event that you did today, not only did I get to talk to my neighbour and actually meet some people, but it prompted me to really think about myself and how I approach things, and giving me some tools and tips to practically go away and write down and commit to doing something. So I think that's the huge value add in coming away with an action plan, because too often it's nice to have and then you forget about it the next day because things take over.
I found your talk, I really enjoyed your talk today. It was really insightful. Kind of got like my mind going a bit about what do I want, how do I get there, because I think I've got goals, but it's how do I get there. And it was really useful chatting to like the partner that I had, say like she helped me. She said, actually no, do this, go out and network, like seek an opportunity and like speak to people, just get to know people, and like it'll be a really positive. People will be like actually really willing to help.
What we need to do is to be aware of what's happening. And it basically happens as a byproduct of how the brain is designed to help us work more effectively. So that's effectively what your unconscious brain is doing here, and it's making its decisions about what's important for you based on your values, your beliefs, your past experiences, assumptions, memories, and a whole range of other things that contribute to it.
And the couple of things that I really liked about it was quite practical in terms of things that we can actually do. You've got to keep running to stand still kind of really resonates just with how much change is actually happening. I really like the bit on feedback for other people and kind of giving it in the moment and kind of techniques to help people really believe in what they're doing. And also from a personal perspective, I'm going through quite a lot of change at work, and it's really kind of given me the push to say I need to have these conversations right now. And also the part about just making sure you really bring out the positives, like I'm really excited about these new opportunities. So I just find it very valuable, so thank you very much.
So focusing on what you can control, taking control of your mindset, which is your frame of reference, because it determines how you perceive the world outside, and sometimes that gets distorted. And then choose a frame that makes you confident, and also that means you can help others around you be confident. And then choose a frame that helps you commit to embracing change. And when you do all that, you will be adaptable, you will be resilient, and you will thrive in this future is now world, no matter how fast-paced the change. Thank you very much.